I believe they're talking about this, that the din on the Temple Mount isn't exactly like, let's say, Yom Kippur. Yom Kippur is Nilat the Sandal. And by the way, Rabbi Yosef felt that even Crocs, as an example, because they're really comfortable, are included in the prohibition. We take it that no leather shoes. In the olden days, if you didn't have leather shoes, what were the alternatives? Wood? Yeah, wood or reeds or something. Maybe just put cloth on your feet, which is basically equivalent of socks. That's not a shoe. So the only real shoes were leather. To say that the standard is leather on Yom Kippur is a stretch. And that's, by the way, the standard for Tisha B'Av. However, for the Temple Mount, the point is that you don't go in with your min alo because it's dusty, and then it connects it with afar raglav, the dust on one's feet. So Rabbi Weber explains that the point is that you don't. It's like people with nice houses in Japan or in the United States where they have carpeting, and they don't want just people trudging around with their shoes. So take off your shoes when you come in. So that's the point. It's about the cleanliness aspect. So they say that if you have a shoe that's fit for the temple, it's not really a shoe, like your slippers, your Crocs, your canvas sneakers. They shouldn't be the ones that you've worn to get there. You put them on especially for the Temple Mount, so that they're clean of dirt and things like that. Like ever since I learned this, I saw that Rabbi Brandt, for example, just wears very heavy socks. Others mamish go barefoot. Others have special Crocs that are left there at the entrance of the Temple Mount, so they're not dirty or anything like that. What I do now is I keep in my tallis bag a bag of airplane slippers, like really cheap slippers that don't really do such a good job, but they're clean and launder them. And basically, I just wear my socks, my slippers, and if I don't have those, so I just go on my socks. And the question is, so what do you do when it rains? And by the way, so I would figure that in temple times, going to the temple wasn't popular on a rainy day. And the Kohanim who were stuck mamish barefoot, they had to be barefoot, and all they could wear was a linen tunic. The Rambam mentions this. It wasn't the most pleasant thing, it wasn't the most healthy thing that they'd have to go out there. Let's say it's snowing. So one Kohen has to go out there and do the Truma Sadeshin at 4 o'clock in the morning, right? And the other Kohanim have to go out there and also clean off the Mizbeach, at least according to the Rambam, not according to Rashi, but whatever. We'll see that machlokas soon. And one Kohen has to go out there and slaughter the Talmud, and the other guy has to catch the blood. They have to do it, but they probably had a whole system. If it's pouring rain on them, that one does this stage and does it, and then runs back to the moked, the place where they have the big fireplace, and warm himself while they keep switching people out. I would imagine. So yeah, it could be if it's cold and all that. So very few people on the Temple Mount.
Kohen to me, is that only a Kohen can shkita or can also this way?
Technically speaking, Yisrael could do it. They really didn't allow Jews to do things like that, though. They also say certain aspects of bringing the wood, also Jews could do. The Rambam says even lighting the menorah. Remember, did they usually honor a Jew by taking the menorah out of the Kodesh, putting it down in the Azara, and giving a Jew to light the menorah? The Ravad says no such thing. It's just b'diavad if a Jew had lit it, but not l'chatchila. Rambam seems to say it's l'chatchila. Did they actually do such a thing ever? I don't know. So we'll see. But I would imagine they have certain things the Kohanim kept to themselves. Like maybe if they really want, if you can honor someone with lighting the menorah, so maybe they kept it as a special kibbud to slaughter the tamid. Technically speaking, all the slaughter of all the sacrifices is kosher, the zar. Except in Yom Kippur, even that the Kohen Gadol somehow has to slaughter the tamid and quickly hand it over to the next guy to finish the shechita, so that he could the Kohen Gadol could also catch the blood. It's really hard. You have to have at least 3 hands in order to hold the animal, slaughter the animal, and catch the blood with a cleat. So there's even that's a little bit difficult.